Nitro Express rifle. The only rifle in the game capable of killing a full HP hunter with a body shot, and the only gun able to shoot through brick walls. It is powerful, but is it a good weapon? Well, let's see and find out together. But first, let's define a good weapon. I like my weapons just how I like my teammates. It must be either reliable or fun, or it has to give me the best head in my life. You know what? Scratch the last one. Nobody will outdo Jay on this. Alright, we got the definition now. Let's see if Nitro meets any of these requirements. I'm gonna start with the reliability. As can be seen in this chart, Nitro is supposed to bridge the gap between shotguns and long ammo rifles, with one hit kill capability up to 40 meters, and shredder ammo extending this distance to a little shy of 80 meters. But try to remember examples of it really filling this role and actually reliably body-shotting someone at that distance. I'm hard-pressed to think of any, honestly. Okay, it's unreliable, but it sure is fun. Big guns equals big fun, right? Right? Well, fun is a really subjective stuff to talk about, but I find no joy in using a loose cannon with a peephole instead of sights. I find myself having a lot more fun in carpet bombing someone with an explosive crossbow, or rushing a compound with 3 bomb lances. Alright, but this is just me expressing my own feelings about the gun. I'll have to back up my opinion with something less biased and more objective. But don't you worry, I'm just getting started. Let's talk about gun mechanics and balance in hunt. Each and every gun has its strong points, balanced by its drawbacks and the sake of it not becoming a must-pick and having some exploitable weaknesses, giving an opportunity to fight against it, but not rendering the gun borderline unusable. The guns are balanced around the unforgiving nature of the game, giving the player that's being shot time to fall back to cover to heal, and giving the attacker an opportunity to send someone back to lobby with one clean shot, considered that he is skilled enough to land said shot. You have fair chances to win a fight while being outgunned if you play your cards right. There are no overpowered guns in this game, including Nitro. Remember, the title of the video says it is stupid, not overpowered. Sure, it can one-shot a player. So can any other gun. Oh right, it is good because it can one-shot somebody to the chest at longer ranges than all the shotguns, even with slugs, right? Sure. Crytek has set a pretty high plane considering game and weapon design, and Nitro really isn't up to par with the other elements. The idea of late 19th century equivalent of an anti-material rifle being added to the game is questionable at best, and trying to balance it with some clumsy nerfs do not help its image. You see, trying to make the fuck you and your extended family from behind dozen walls gun by making it unwieldy as shit does not feel like an idea that belongs to hunt. The attempts at balancing this gun resulted in making the sights on it barely usable, and deafening a shooter after firing to the point where you aren't always able to tell whether your body shot was a kill. By following the same principle, you can make a gun that will exterminate every living being in the 30 degrees cone in front of it, but with the drawback of your monitor completely turning you off when you hold the gun in your hands. Alright, we got it. You don't like the gun because of the way it was balanced, but can you do something apart from whining about it? And I indeed can suggest a couple of options. As you can see on the aforementioned graphs, the rifle was meant to be a strong close to mid-range gun, only somewhat viable at long range, so let's try to keep it that way. One of the options here is remaking the sights the way they're comfortable to use on the gun's main distances, but not comfortable enough to reliably land a headshot at, let's say, 70 meters. They could be implemented in the way similar to the ones of the Aftermath, but without a distinct front sight, making target acquisition somewhat reliable at close range, but you will have to aim more carefully at longer ranges. Or we can get rid of the pronounced sights altogether and make players eyeball the shot by the barrel when ADSing. My next suggestion would be to replicate the gun's unwieldy nature by making it take slightly longer to ADS and equip, and switch from it to a secondary. This would make players to think twice before firing, as they will not be able to follow up missed shots so easily. And if you are talking about more invasive changes, the damage could be changed in a way that Nitro would reliably one-shot a hunter to the chest at, say, 20 meters. But at 20 to 80 meters, it deals only 140 damage with each shot. However, this would require a slight recoil change in a way that would make it easier to land a follow-up shot at greater distances, effectively making it a double-barrel martini. But this particular change may require a rebalance of the shredder ammo. As of right now, I see this gun as more of a gimmick weapon with next to no real use in serious games. Good players usually can land their headshots no matter the weapon and play out of strength of their guns, and Nitro is too cumbersome to use for not so skilled hunters. So, unlike long ammo magazine rifles and shotguns, it does not make for a very good crutch. But Nitro has an interesting concept which could really have its place in the game after some reworks. And that about wraps it up, folks. This was my first attempt at making a bigger talking video, so I don't really want to stretch it too much. I've already read almost 3 pages of script for this voiceover under a blanket to minimize the echo and achieve better sound quality. I really wanna make it work, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, thank you so much for all the support you've shown after the previous one. I'm overwhelmed by emotions and really grateful to all of you. Thanks for 50 subs and welcome aboard if you're new here. Alright, it's outro time. See ya and good hunting.